Pastor Libby.
This is Straight Church.
No chaser.
Where we keep things real,
Yeah.
relevant,
Yes, sir.
and
Righteous.
yeah, man.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's a very, 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 very interesting day.
What they say? So won't you be my neighbor? How you been, man?
Doing well, man. Doing well. How have you been this week?
I'm alive, so I definitely have no complaints. And I was always taught that even if you did complain, it still ain't gonna help.
All right, so 2 words to describe your week.
2 words. I would say fast. I would say productive.
Good.
Man, this whole year passing by fast, bro.
It's the first day of December.
I mean, Doc, like it felt like Thanksgiving was like at the top of November, it felt like. And then it was over right after. So 2 words for your week. Two
words for me. Faith and works.
Faith
and works.
Come on up in here. Yeah.
Faith and works, man.
Good God Almighty. You trying to make me preach?
Praying and planning.
Praying and planning, Doc.
Yeah,
I like. Hey, that's a good thing. You know, a lot of folk think that when you pray, you don't have to plan.
I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise that.
It ain't really smart, is it?
I would definitely not advise that.
Yeah, that right there.
But the 2 work together. That's a powerful connection.
It really is, man.
Prayer, planning is very powerful.
Absolutely. I hear you. You getting your alliteration on, right?
I do just a little bit.
I'm with it.
Just a little bit.
Hey, Doc, I'm with it all day, every day of the week. So, man, we definitely are excited. This is a beautiful day. For those of you who are tuned in on Facebook, we'd love for you to take this broadcast, share it with someone that you know, because they've been sharing everything with you. I mean, all that gossip they've been talking about. So why don't you share something with them that is productive, healthy conversation and information I think they can use. What you think about it, Pastor
Absolutely. Trey? But did you see the video circulating on social media?
Which one is this?
About T.I. and his son. King.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Reverend discipline at an all-time high. Yeah, man. Hey, look.
Standing on business.
I don't get info. I don't get info business.
Stand on business.
Really?
Stand on business.
You stand. What does that mean to you?
Standing on business. That means I'm handling my business. Taking care of business.
I like it.
I'm about my business.
I'm business.
Doing what needs to be done.
Stand on business.
Stand on business.
Not only thing you know that I will say is that we definitely need to keep our critiques to a minimum. Because I saw some folk comment that I already know they choked their cheering.
I know
that. Some other folks cheering.
Beat their child half to death.
Yeah, man. We gotta be careful. Be careful. Come on here, extend grade, because you know you ain't doing no better.
We got a caller already.
Already?
Good afternoon, caller. You on the line? Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Caller? Is there a caller on the line?
I guess not. They hung up.
They had us in their earpiece. Then it connected to their car. You know how we do. Jump in the car and don't know where the connection is.
It's all good.
All
good. It was very, very interesting though.
I love it. I think that's fresh. I think it's good for people to see people disciplining their children. Sometimes folk need a reminder.
Yeah, Tip wasn't having it. No.
He told them a few times. Now you're embarrassing your whole family. You're embarrassing your whole.
And not just the family, but you embarrassing yourself too.
Yeah.
Like you are not making yourself look good. Like you live on Instagram, and this is what you do.
Yeah, we gotta do better.
That's interesting.
So we gotta do better. But so that was going on, and we do know that we're in the midst of a celebration for the legend of Bishop Carlton Pearson.
What's happening now?
Yeah, they had a musical celebration last night.
Got you.
Which was amazing. I saw some great stars, and man, I'm always watching how social media acts.
Yeah.
When things of that nature are going on, it's always funny, man, how we accentuate the negative too much. Saw people saying stuff like, it's funny the folk that's supporting the concert but was talking about it, and it's like, man, come on, man. At some point, we gotta learn, man, to chill and understand that everyone has the ability to learn to do better.
Right.
Period. Point blank, man. Period. Point blank. So we definitely honor the body of work that he presented for the body of Christ, and for us to be better.
Yeah, and it is a good sight to see people acknowledging the contributions that he did make, the positive impact that he had, and not forgetting the doors that God used him to open for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when people are on certain platforms, they act funny with you.
True.
When their name is booming and their popularity is steady increasing, and they have quote unquote power and pull and things of that nature, sometimes, man, people will act funny with you. They get in certain positions on certain platforms and they act like they don't know you. They ain't studying you, they ain't trying to do nothing for you. But when you consider a person like Bishop Carlton Pearson, who at the height of his ministry, as some would say, he was the one reaching back, opening doors, and pulling people up and helping people to get to where they are now. Even Bishop T.D. Jakes, Bishop Noel Jones, and others spoke to that.
Yep.
That when they were, Bishop Jakes made it very clear that when he was still in the storefront in West Virginia, in the backwoods, nobody really knew who he was. Bishop Carlton Pearson gave him an opportunity. And he was just saying how his ministry took off from there, and there are countless of others who shared the same sentiments. And so it's just amazing how, in the midst of the negativity and in the midst of the critiques and people saying things about him, that there are those who are not afraid to say, in spite of what you all are saying, I still remember when he did X, Y, and Z for me. And they're able to celebrate his life and his legacy and the things that he did do.
Yeah, man. I think it's always a good thing for us to accentuate the positive.
Absolutely.
And there's positives in all things, so it's definitely good for us to be those who are able to find the positives and speak to that, man. All this other stuff, man, it's not necessary. It's really not necessary, man.
No.
Yeah, so we definitely have had a lot going on in the kingdom of God. I do see some people chiming in on the chat. We want to say what up to you, and what up to you, and what up to you. Good evening to you, Sister Agnes Long, Sister Dorothy Roberts. Good evening to you, Sister Elizabeth Williams. Good evening, Nettie. Good evening to you. Hey, the Sister Vivian Crosby. We see you, Sister Ruba Barton. Sister Andrea Spriggs, how you doing? Maestro Judge Smith, what's up? And Aaliyah Palmer, good evening. They calling back again?
Let's see.
Come on in.
Good afternoon, caller. Who you had the pleasure of speaking with?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Now you know who's up today.
I thought you were an Auburn fan.
But you got to give props now. Y'all quarterback showed out now. You just showed out now. Like I said, Nick Saban kicked himself for 10 years for that 1 second. Now Freeze got to kick himself for 10 years for that bad punt. So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. You finally coming to the light. About time. Prayer does work. You walking into the light. You walking into the light.
I listen to that man every day. His music inspires me because he sang the old hymn, and people don't realize the old hymn has got us where we at today. So he opened the pathway. Now I heard you say about the T.I. thing. All I'm gonna say is you would need to have got my deal. He talked to him 2 or 3 times. I wouldn't have been talking 2 or 3 times. I might have been going through a wall for that. I'm sorry, I'm old school, but he wouldn't have been running him out that much for me.
Look, I don't know about you, but see, Big Mama had the ability to throw that shoe and it'll come back to her hand after it hit you.
Had the boomerang effect.
Doc, I would have been scared.
You know what they call him? Them dogwood switches where you can raw, but it wrap all the way around. He just did a little too much, and I think he said he ain't never had a silver spoon in his mouth. Well, baby, if you had a spoon in your mouth at all, you were grateful because I'm sure to pay up there and give him a spoon at all.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
Another day, you ain't have to have a silver spoon, but your daddy did something for you.
Yeah.
And for you to get up there and just disrespect your family and act like that, man, and all I said, y'all had made the news. Y'all was like, oh Lord, we got to go get sure thing. I'm sorry. I'm old school.
Well, hold on. Don't tell all your business now. Don't tell all your business. Look, don't tell all your business, Sister Dean. We could roll tide. You have a good rest of the day.
Yes, sir.
Well, praise the Lord. Well, praise the Lord. All right, now we'll talk to you.
And we need to make sure we just let it be known that Auburn is not playing tomorrow. So we don't need no Auburn fans on social media talking about nothing. Because last time I checked, Georgia did win against Auburn when they played earlier this year. So all the Auburn fans, don't say nothing.
Well, they definitely didn't lose. We know that. No.
Georgia!
I think it's going to be a good game.
Georgia handled Auburn.
Georgia.
Earlier this year. So that's all I want to say. I don't want none of the Auburn fans because they started celebrating too early. Last week, they started too early.
Well, they should have known better on the day that they were commemorating the 6 seconds.
You know better.
And and let's let the record reflect. We won by 2 touchdowns. Right? All right.
Yeah, they talking about he stepped out of bounds. He did not step out of bounds.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, y'all
Good
saw
evening.
it.
We see y'all on Facebook. Shout out to you, Dennis Deloach, Vivian Thomas. We got another caller.
Yeah, caller.
Come on in.
Caller, you on the line? Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
War Eagle. Now you just went too far.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go ahead and hang up the phone right now. We're gonna go ahead and hang up the phone. No.
Y'all gonna whoop Georgia because Georgia hadn't played nobody. Auburn held Georgia down for a touchdown. You got to get a props now. Auburn came out on fire last week. And like that all year long, we would probably in there.
Well, Auburn will always try to play their very best when Big Brother comes to town. That's not a secret. We already know that.
I'm starting to like my quarterback. I ain't quit on this coach yet, but I'm starting to like Thorne. But I hope Asper don't transfer. Everybody got a time in a season, and it ain't his time or his season.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know none of them players at Auburn, but I'm praying for y'all.
They don't transfer. Hey, but it is what it is. And I am going to be on Facebook because I'm going to say Roll Tide. I was trying to go to the game.
Lord have mercy. Well, bless you. You have a good rest of the day. Shout out to y'all, fam. We see y'all on Facebook. We see you, Sister Vivian Thomas. Good evening to you. Nay Walton, what up, sis?
Roll on.
I see you with that key on the end of that name.
Roll
Good
on.
afternoon to you, TJ.
Roll on.
We see you, Reverend Reverend Willie Coleman. How you doing, brother? Shout out to you, Bishop Chris Sanders.
Good afternoon, caller. You're on the line. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Pastor Willie Smith.
How you doing?
It's good to hear from you, Pastor.
I'm doing great. I just want to say woe eager to you also.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Don't start that.
You know what Galatians 6:7 says?
Oh, Lord.
What goes around shall come around. Every dog has a day, and Georgia shall have theirs tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Well, we owe Georgia from a couple of years ago. Just like we owe Auburn because everyone loved to bring up the kick six that happened 10 years ago. So their day was last Saturday.
But I'm not a sore loser.
That's good.
I had to take a picture for one of my co-workers in one of them shirts, but I had a disclaimer. know, the claimant with me in that shirt, and it says, I lost the weight, but I'm still a winner because I'm not a Bama.
Lord. Well, I like it. I like it. Well, pray for us this week that we have a good game.
You're not gonna pray that we bring it back to the state? No, you can't do that now.
Like the other people, I prefer to be a snowball in hell than to be an Alabama fan.
Oh Lord have
You
mercy.
can't be like that now.
Oh Lord, that's rough, dog.
That sound like you're a sore loser.
No, and that's with no chase.
We appreciate that.
Thank you for calling in, Doc. We got to get to commercial break. We're grateful that you called in and that you're tuning in today. All right. Bless you, brother. Bless you. Likewise. Before we go, we want to shout out our sponsors, family. Shout out, I believe Trey would call them our day ones.
Absolutely. We got to take this time to shout out the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Uh-huh.
And also, we got to take time to shout out the Wellness
Coalition.
Major shouts out to our sponsors, and we're truly grateful to God for them.
Absolutely.
And if you'd like to be a sponsor, listen.
Hit us up.
Hit us up. We'll definitely add you to the winning team.
Hit us up, man. You can be a sponsor of Straight Church No Chaser. Hey, we trying to get syndicated. Y'all come on through. Help your boys do what we do.
Absolutely.
Hey, we going to commercial break?
Yeah, we going.
We'll be back.
Y'all keep it locked.
Hey, family, how y'all doing? I hope all of y'all are well. It is a beautiful Friday. I'm getting ready to go and sing a little while longer, a little while later. And so I'm not going to be able to eat any good meals. I want to know what y'all are cooking today. What are y'all cooking? Trey, what are you eating today?
To be honest, man, I think I'm going to go get the soup I had yesterday from the city of Montgomery. Chick-fil-A?
You had soup from Chick-fil-A?
Soup.
Oh, Trey is getting boozy. I don't know what to do with him, y'all.
Soup.
He's a boozy preacher.
No.
My boy getting soup from the Holy Chicken Castle. Shout out to you, Bishop Chris Sanders. Nate, it is the entitlement. Most of these kids have entitlement nowadays. Look, Dr. Scott Home come into my praise the Lord. Dennis said we need a receptionist today. Hey, Mama, War No Eagle. Ruby Barton said haters. Nay, he said I'd rather be a snowball in hell.
In the Alabama thing.
I love it. Oh man. Holmes said it's good. You right here boozy eating soup from Chick-fil-A too? How you go to a house? How you go to a house that's named after chicken and get soup? What is it? Chicken noodle soup?
No.
What is it?
It was like what is it? I think it's tortilla something. My wife had me trying it.
You're eating soup with chips in it?
Hey man, hey.
Soggy chips.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I ain't gonna do it.
That's your problem, right?
I don't like dirty, oily water they call soup.
It ain't even like that. Nah.
Hey, I like my water just H2 and the O. Don't be throwing vegetables in there, talking about no vegetable soup. Don't be round up. Talking about something, put some oil. You look in the water and you see oil droplets.
No.
Look, talking about how you go to Taco Bell. Hold on, brother. What you won't do is blaspheme against the Holy Spirit. Taco Bell is high, heavenly. He.
You don't even believe that.
He ha.
You don't even believe that.
Look, he ha.
You don't even believe
Anything that cleaneth thee out is holy. Huh? What is it called? To be sanctified. It's to be set apart. You got to set some things apart. Taco Bell will set you apart.
The Bible wasn't talking about it that way.
Oh, y'all in denial tonight. I need some help. I need some help in the house.
No.
They do chicken noodles and chicken tortilla. Is that what you had? Chicken tortilla?
It's the chicken tortilla, yeah.
Man, I don't want no water meal. I don't want no watermelon.
Yeah, you need to go to Chick-fil-A and try it.
How'd that buy?
You'll sing a different tune after that.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A and ask for number 1. Or the spicy chicken, I think it's a number 3. Sister Spree said the Lord's chicken noodle soup will heal a cold. My Lord. The only soup I eat is what what that soup called? That broccoli cheddar over there at Panera. Is it broccoli cheddar? Well, you never had it before?
At Panera? No, I haven't had soup from Panera.
It's cheddar. What is it at Panera Bread? Because you can get it in the bread bowl, or you can get it in the what's the name?
Really?
I think it's called broccoli cheddar or cheddar broccoli, something like that.
Sounds interesting. Is it good?
Yeah, it's something like that though. But y'all stay tuned. We got some great guests coming. I want to know, matter of fact, I'm gonna switch it since y'all quiet and y'all ain't cooking tonight. What is your favorite meal when the weather gets cold? Panera's potato soup. My wife loves that potato soup. I don't do the potato soup. I don't know about set apart, but it'll have you setting up in the porcelain throne. Dennis, get out of here. Oh man. Chili and cornbread. Now, do you
good.
like I don't
That's
eat
good.
chili with onions in it, but I'll eat chili. I eat chili with the beans. I won't do the onions.
What's
though.
all in the chili?
Nate?
That sounds good. Chili
Hello?
and cornbread. What's
Hey,
all in the chili?
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Hello? Okay. Okay. As soon as we finish with the show, I'll call you back. Okay. All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute that. Somebody said KFC chicken pot pie. Then it's white bean chicken chili. What is that? That's good. See, I don't know anything. I'm right here eating Taco Bell when it get cold. The chicken pot pie. Now, my granny used to love them pot pies. And they said I want onions, beans. Don't do no onions. Put the onion powder in there. I don't eat onions. I can't do that now. Beans and top it off with cheese and sour cream. Now that is amazing. And yes, she mixing it all together. I put crackers in my chili. I put crackers in my chili. I also put cheese in there. I can do sour cream. What do you make chili? Trey? No.
Yeah. It's mostly beans, meat. My wife, she got me into doing this whole.
You talking real soft now?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of
She's trying to make you eat healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's against my religion. I gotta have something to pray about.
When I'm trying to, yeah.
Nah, so who else?
You didn't tell me when you get married, your wife tried to police what you eat.
Well, mine went the other way. Is it what they call it, happy weight? Yeah, I gained pounds. Yeah, well, no, we're on Facebook right now. We're not on the air. We're just talking to these people on Facebook. It's about 20 people watching on Facebook right now. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, so we gotta give them everything we can give them. Because sometimes they're listening, other times they aren't. But when it comes to food, everyone has something to say. Yeah. So I think one of the other things is not only what I eat when it gets cold, but what I drink.
Are you heavy on teas?
I am. I do not do I'm not big on hot cocoa. I don't do all that. It's too much sugar. Mess with my vocal folds. So I'm gonna drink tea. And I'm normally going for a medicine ball. Starbucks. Apple juice, not lemonade. Steamed apple juice.
Yeah, that's good.
Two pumps of peppermint. In there. Pot roast. Now, see, I don't eat like that, man. That's that crock pot meal, isn't it? See, grandma used to make that. No, mama used to make it too. But once she throw the carrots in there and all that, I can't. David's Cafe on Mondays? Look at you. You're a connoisseur.
He got
You get it right. Hey man, come on. Hey man, look, we got 2 guests here, and I'm gonna want to look. You in the mic, you in the camera too, Mike. You want to be in the camera? Trey, move the what's the name for me? Move that stand.
that thing.
Yeah, I can see it on here. It's in the way. Mike in the corner.
No,
No,
it ain't going nowhere.
that's one of Michael Jackson kicking and pull it back. One of those orange herbal tea from Trader Joe's. I have not been to Trader Joe's. That sounds good though. Orange herbal tea. Taco soup is delicious. Where's taco soup at? Who makes taco soup? Lily Meeks. Nate Walton, when will the chili and cornbread be ready? Oh, you're asking her when she's making it. I make a mean chili out the box. They sell the boxes now. That's where I get it started. So we got some guests, y'all, and we're excited. I don't know when this song is going to be over because it seems to be very long.
It's not that long. Only 3 minutes.
And so we'll be back. We have a good conversation to have, honestly. And I'm going to let her get into it, and we're going to talk further and give you all just, I believe, some resources that could be helpful for us in this season and in other seasons. Chick-fil-A makes a taco soup also. Really? Yeah.
Chick-fil-A makes taco soup?
See, I can't do this. Scott
I
Holmes,
did not know that.
bro, I'm going to Chick-fil-A for chicken, okay? Not water and chicken. I can't do it. I want the meat in the bun. I want Chick-fil-A sauce with the waffle fries. You know what I'm saying? You have taco. AJ, in the midday, you make taco soup? Do you keep all the vegetables out of it?
That's very interesting.
That she cooks it?
No.
Taco
Chick-fil-A has taco soup.
Yeah, that's
Very
taco
I was big on the
salad.
chicken tortilla soup.
I'm not a soup guy though.
That soup is jumping.
Simon McCall, her husband wants the pasta, so no chili at her house tonight. I'm with it. I need deliverance. Man, you know, when I was younger, people messed up stuff that they weren't, you know, it really wasn't their thing to perform. So when I used to go to Dairy Queen, I only got ice cream. I never eaten any burger until maybe 4 years ago. When I went to Zaxby's, I wanted chicken tenders or chicken wings. I wasn't eating no salad. I was weird like that. Now, slowly but surely, I've kind of eaten some other stuff from Taco Bell. I need deliverance from Taco Bell. You're blaspheming against the Holy Spirit again. I need you to get your house in order. Don't let them catch you with your work undone. Jesus is coming back. Nah, man, leave Taco Bell alone. That's my place. I got stock in Taco Bell. We got to push this thing. I'm trying to make some money. Nah, really, though, I'm excited about this weekend because I think it's time to go Christmas shopping. Y'all Christmas shopping yet? You are already?
Which is amazing for me.
Wow.
I usually wait till like the week before.
Oh, you're like me normally. Trey, you start Christmas shopping?
No.
Your wife might. Oh,
Put cookies on.
yeah, let's go.
I have definitely not started.
We're jumping in.
I got a teenager, so he's got me started like a month ago with his formatted list of like pictures and everything.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So you would have made you a Google Doc.
Yeah, he thinks they're millionaires too. Yeah, he did actually. It's a shared document.
It makes it easier though. Now,
Memories, Inspiration Station, First 96.5 FM, WMGY. It's 3:34 here in the capital city, and the temperature is set at about 71 degrees on this cloudy but still beautiful and splendiferous Friday afternoon. You're hanging with yours through the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
and your boy, Pastor Levy.
This is Straight Church,
No chaser.
where we keep things real,
Uh-huh.
relevant,
Yeah.
and
Righteous.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, roll tide to all of the Alabama fans and that's all the Auburn fans. God bless
Don't
you.
get
We're
them
praying
started
for you.
again. They're gonna start
And,
calling in.
It's okay. We know how not to answer. But anyway, so we have two very, very special guests in the studio with us today.
Two that one that wants to be here and another that's hiding out, but we're gonna let him hide today.
Well, he may ease to the mic.
I might need to let him. We're gonna have to.
He can sing too.
We're gonna put one of them songs in the track. That we got to.
He may have to.
That we got to do. We're gonna dial up a number. But we have an awesome guest today. This is before I even introduce her, I want you to do this for me, okay? I need you to put some hearts on Facebook Come on, I need you to flood it with what I call our hallelujah hearts. Come on, put those hearts on the screen. And not only do you put those hearts on the screen, I would love for you to share this broadcast with someone. If you don't want to put it on your page, put it in your messages. Where's that coming from?
I have no idea.
Oh, my phone.
That's you.
Put it on Messenger. Send it to someone who needs it. You know, they've been sending you trifling and crazy memes all week. This is going to be helpful. I want you to make sure that they're a part of this conversation. And I want to make sure that they get these resources, okay? We have none other than, I got to call a sister because I'm just a church baby. I can't even help it. We have Sister Donna Leslie with us, who is the executive director of Charistar. I'm bringing her on. Can y'all make some noise for her? Oh, now the mic's on. There you go.
There we
Let's
go.
see. Okay, there.
Talk to him.
Hello. How you doing?
We're doing well. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, it's a blessing to have you. We're just grateful that you thought enough of this great show to be on it
I
today.
am blessed to be here.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna move this a little bit because I want them to see your face on Facebook
Uh-oh.
and this very expensive, I believe it's a water bottle.
It's a silver water bottle.
Ooh.
Oh, it's metal.
I love it. Look, I'm seeing it in the screens. Like,
Yeah,
what is
nice.
that?
Keeps it
It's nice.
cool.
Right, but-
Nice.
So it's amazing that we have you here today. I want you to just tell us, well, let's start talking about, number one, this great foundation, this great service that you're the executive director of.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about Charistar
So
Health.
Charistar Health is a community mental health center. We are a nonprofit agency. Some people might know us, used to be Montgomery Area Mental Health Authority. So we cover 4 counties where we serve Montgomery, Elmore, Lowndes, and Autauga County. The great thing about what we do is we provide services to people who, if we weren't here, they wouldn't be able to get mental health care.
Got you.
We'll see people whether they can pay or not. And what people don't realize is just how much we do and how much it's needed. People think mental health, they have so many preconceptions of what that means. But it's, it's something that everybody needs to utilize sometimes. So we do a little bit of everything. So I just want to be here and share about our resources.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this, because you said something that I think is very interesting. You said that a lot of people have preconceived
No.
ideas and notions concerning what is mental health. So kind of give us context, provide context for us. What is mental health?
Mental health, it's just part of your health. And when people hear someone who has a mental illness, the first thing they think is this person's dangerous, this person's scary. There's this stigma around it. And that's what we struggle with. That's what a lot of people don't want to come and get help because they think there's something wrong with them. They think there's something that they should be able to just, think away or not have to deal with. But
Right.
it's just part of your healthcare. You got to take care of your brain. You got to take care of your spirit. You got to take care of your body.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think it's interesting. Now, I heard this, and I know this always excites people. I heard you in so many words say that it's free.
Well, we'll see people regardless of their ability.
Okay. All right. Help me. Help me.
Good answer.
Look, help me.
Good answer.
Look, because somebody said, well, hold on now. I can go over there and get what I need. And the truth is you have the resource available, but you also look at what people have as well.
Right.
Okay.
And there's some portions of it that they won't ever get a bill. So one thing we're really excited about, we opened up a crisis center this year.
Wow.
It's there's 6 now in the state, and it is a beautiful facility. It is state of the art.
Wow.
And people, it is funded through the state legislature. It's also funded through the city and county of Montgomery. We're not going to send you a bill for that because of how it's funded. But if somebody's just coming in and they need to see a therapist or they need to see a doctor, about half the people we see, they don't have any income at all, or they're just living off of their disability check. And so they may be charged, $6, $10, and we'll just say, okay, what do you have today? $1? You don't have anything? Okay, we'll work with you. We're not going to turn you away.
I love it. I love it. So I'm seeing that your ribbon cutting, your dedication, your grand opening for the crisis center was in April.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you have the data on hand, but how many people do you think you might have serviced to this point?
Well, we actually opened the center back a year and a half ago. We were in this temporary facility.
Got you.
But when we opened the main facility, we did the ribbon cutting, we've been seeing about 120, 130 people a month since then that have come through that building. So several hundred.
So how many people do you think are still out there that need the help and have not known that it's accessible for them?
Thousands. And I'll tell you, the whole purpose of that center is to have we don't want somebody who's in a crisis to go to the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want them to end up arrested, because a lot of times what happens, people go in a crisis, they call 911. And so what happens when you call 911?
They're naturally going to show up.
Yep.
And if it's a little crazy, they're going to detain you.
Yes.
Right.
So you might end up in cuffs, or you end up in an ambulance going to the ER, which doesn't help the crisis.
Absolutely.
So this facility was funded to try to avoid that.
Mhm.
And so, but what happens is people don't know about it, or they just automatically say, okay, I want to go to Jackson, I want to go to Baptist. So those emergency rooms are still they're seeing 300 people a month. And we want those people to come to us instead.
So, and I'm going to ask you this off air so that I can put it on Facebook as well. So where are you located?
We are located at 5915 Carmichael Road is the crisis center.
Awesome.
And they can call us if they go on our website. They can call us. It's 24/7. 1-800-408-4197. That's a number that if you call the crisis center, we'll take some information, but they can also just walk in. They can call. Here's another thing that's exciting is, have you heard of 988?
I have.
Yeah. Okay. So the word is getting out. So 988, and that actually, it's operated out of that crisis center. We're the lifeline. We actually cover 11 counties. Yes.
Didn't I know that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've been pushing that. One of our sponsors is Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. It's a foundation that was started for mental health as well. And us, the two of us young pastors, we kind of push this in our churches as well.
Yes.
But one of the things that we often struggle with is aiding people to see the signs of mental health issues or crisis. As you said, that stigma is there. So naturally, even in church at times, I've heard people have these conversations about how someone could be having a meltdown of sorts, right? And we think it's something different than what it really is. And so can you talk to us kind of about what are the signs of mental health crisis or issues?
So if you're having a mental health crisis, the most common that we see are people who get so depressed they become suicidal, or if somebody's becoming psychotic. Mood disorders, psychotic disorders, but what you're looking for is if somebody's changing, if suddenly their behavior starts, if they're normally real quiet and they start becoming real talkative, or they're not sleeping, or they're pacing a lot, or somebody who's usually really talkative and they start isolating. That's a big one. People kind of hide away. They don't want to talk to their friends or their family, or they, you look for a change. A lot of times people, they look back and they say, oh yeah, he started acting a little bit different. So if you start seeing just a change, that isolation of somebody who might be seeming kind of paranoid, a lot of times what happens is people who get off of their medications, they can't afford them, or they think they don't need them anymore.
Wow.
That happens a lot. People, you go back to that stigma. People don't want to admit they have a mental illness. So they get stable, they get back on their meds, and then they feel good. And then they get off their meds, and then you start seeing changes. So sometimes somebody starts talking about, somebody's following me, or people are watching me, or just, some of that kind of odd thinking, talking a little bit different.
Yeah.
So we see that a lot. Drug use. So often people are self-medicating. They start drinking more, they start, smoking or doing things. That is something we see a lot, and probably almost half the people we see, there's some kind of drug or alcohol issue. So there's a lot of different signs depending on what's going on with the person, but really you're looking for a change in behavior.
So let me ask you something. So if someone comes and they come to see you all, how does the process work?
Sure.
So when they walk through the door, kind of walk us through how's the process go?
Well, there's a lot of different ways people come to us.
Okay.
The basic, most common way, if somebody just wants to come in and have what we call an intake, especially if they're brand new, they've never had services, they would just call our main number and they say, hey, I'd like to come in and have an intake. And what we'll do is we'll have a therapist, a master's level therapist. It takes about an hour and a half with that person. They get a whole history of what's been going on, what are the issues, what are the symptoms they're having, family history, medical things like that. And then from there, we can see, okay, what kinds of services do they need? Do they need to see a doctor? Do they need a case manager? Do they need housing? Because we provide housing. Do they need to be working. We provide supported employment. So that's your kind of your main door. Okay, so you got like a main entrance, but then there's other ways. A lot of times we see people by the time it gets to a crisis. So think of that as like, okay, that's how you get your primary physical exam. That's your intake. But if you skip that physical, then you go into crisis. Then a lot of times they're calling 988 or they're calling our crisis number or 911. That's when we'll send out. We'll come to you. We have a mobile crisis team that can come out and see the person. We're going to do what we can to find that person. So a lot of times family will call us.
Wow.
And they're worried about their loved one, and then we intervene that way.
Let me ask you something too, because there has been this push for there to be, I guess, a coalescence of, law enforcement and then those who work in the field of mental health.
Yeah.
So are you all partnering with the police?
Yeah.
And kind of talk to us about that.
Especially here in Montgomery, I've been so impressed with how much Sheriff Cunningham and our chief of police, Chief Albert, they are really dedicated to, and just the leadership in Montgomery, our probate judges, our city council, our county commission. There's been a lot of work done in the last few years to just bring all these partners together. And with the law enforcement, what's really been cool is something we call co-response.
Okay.
So they have a crisis intervention team through Montgomery Police Department, and what they do is they go out and they respond to crisis.
Okay.
And they call us just about every day.
Wow.
So we have a case manager or a therapist who goes out with the law enforcement, and what it does is it de-escalates, it diffuses that situation.
Absolutely.
So you don't end up going to jail.
Or worse.
Or worse.
Yeah.
The other thing it's really neat is that we come together every month and we have these community collaborative meetings.
Gotcha.
Michael gets to sit in on a lot of those. He's my special guest who doesn't want to talk in the corner.
Oh, we're gonna get him on the mic.
He coming.
Yeah, he can't leave without saying something.
But we just talk through issues. What can we do to improve services? Because in Alabama, it's rough for mental health. I mean, we're one of the states who have the fewest number of providers. We're just about number 50 in the nation with the number of providers to people. It's something like 1 for every 2,500 people in the state, and the top is like 1 in every 500. So but then you've got 1 in 4 people who have some kind of mental illness across their. So it's something that this community desperately needs, and so seeing that partnership between all these stakeholders has really been something to see.
That's a blessing.
Yes,
that's a blessing.
It's good to see people working together.
Yep.
Because that definitely matters. That definitely matters. So we want to take a break. And we're gonna play some. We're gonna play something for the guests.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we definitely got one song.
Okay, we're gonna do that, and then we'll be right back. We'll be right back. We're gonna reset this thing. We'll be right back.
Listen, y'all keep it locked.
I hate hearing myself talk. So the first few minutes, I'm like, ah.
You don't like hearing yourself?
No.
It was echoing. I think the iPad had sound coming through, and then it was making that squeaking noise.
Okay.
And somebody texted me, was like,
does
"Hey,
it show up on the air?" Or?
They said it was echoing, but I think I fixed it. I'm the AV guy over here.
They'll let us know.
Yeah, so you were tweaking it while you're talking.
I'm the sound man in the church house. Over here, Straight Church No Chaser, Missionary Presbyterian, Episcopalian, Baptist,
all
the way around.
Man of many coats.
So tell me what it's like being the executive director.
It's fun, actually.
It's fun.
It was not something I sought out.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was going to be just a therapist.
Gotcha.
When I went to school, I thought I was going to work with kids, and somehow I got into administration. And but it's problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
It's every day. It's it's a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
It's never boring, and
Right.
it's 24/7.
Yeah, it never gets mundane, right?
No.
It's always something shifting.
No, always
or
something
moving.
going on.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
So tell me about yourself. Where you from?
I'm originally from Michigan.
Okay.
Yep.
What part of Michigan?
Lansing. So in Michigan, we hold up our hand.
Gotcha.
We point to where we're from. But I got out of there as fast as I could.
So where's Lansing? It's right here.
That's interesting.
It's right here.
Yep, it's right in the middle.
So where's Detroit?
Detroit's down here.
Oh, so I've been to Detroit.
Yeah.
Never been to Lansing.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends in Detroit. So.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, I left Michigan when I was like 18.
So you ran away from Michigan
Yep.
and you landed where?
Here.
In Montgomery?
Yeah.
Wow.
But here's the funny thing: I moved here twice.
So what made you come to Montgomery though?
So there's a short version and then there's a long version, but the short version is my sister lives here.
Okay.
She escaped Michigan before me. She moved down here to try to reconnect with her husband. That didn't work out.
Uh-huh.
So I'm in Michigan. And I'm looking at the gray sky and the snow, and I'm like, I really don't like living here. Where can I move? And she says, hey, there's a college right down the street from me, AUM. You should just go there.
Wow.
They have a good psychology program. And I said, all right. So I did.
I love it.
And moved down here. I met my husband here. And then we moved up to Boston.
Uh-huh.
That's where I went to grad school.
Okay.
Stayed there for 10 years. And then we thought it'd be fun to move back to Alabama. So I've been here I'm a Yankee twice.
Got you. Hey, well, look, you've been here twice too,
Yeah.
so I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
But no, it's amazing. So you don't miss the snow,
I miss it for like a minute.
right?
Like
And-
I miss when you wake up and it's just snowed and it's all pretty and it's sparkly and there's like icicles on the trees, but then it gets cold and
Yeah,
gross
yeah.
and, I don't miss
then
it
there's
anymore.
work to do
Then you
because
have
you
to
got to
shovel.
drive.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And you try to shovel in heels, it doesn't work.
Right.
So yeah.
I can understand that. I can
Are
understand.
you from here? You're
I was born in Hampton, Virginia, so I'm a military brat.
okay.
I was born in Hampton. I was actually born on Langley Air Force Base.
Okay.
And then we traveled to London, England. And then I
Cool.
got here in 93. So I was born in 88, got here in 93, been
Okay.
here ever since.
Nice.
So I basically claim Montgomery
Okay.
because this is the
That
majority of
works.
my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
about-
Interesting story.
What about you? Where are you from?
I'm from here.
You from here?
You were born at Jackson Hospital.
No, I wasn't.
Baptist
No.
East.
Baptist. All right.
It's the only Jackson Hospital.
No.
Now I'm gonna tell you there's like
Had to correct me.
there's like so people that are normally born in
No
Montgomery.
offense to people who work at Jackson, we love
No, they're gonna be all right.
them. We love them.
Normally people are from Montgomery are scared of bridges, scared of airplanes,
I ain't scared of none of that.
and scared of cruises. They won't get on ships.
I ain't scared of none of that. And it's amazing because have you ever been on a cruise? I can't drink all that water. Well, ain't nobody ask you to drink the water.
You're not supposed to.
Why are people from Montgomery scared of bridges though? Like they
I don't know. I do not know. But majority of the people I know from here, normally born in Jackson Hospital, unless they're older and there was that other hospital, I forget the name of it.
Which one?
You know which one I'm talking about? You from Montgomery? What's you from? Oh, you didn't go to LaFleur, did you? Okay.
I was zoned.
Uh-huh.
The year they changed the zoning,
Uh-huh.
was the year I was yours in the so they bust me out and moved me out to Shaw High School.
Okay.
Out way up Spring Hill.
So you Mobile or Pritchard?
Mobile.
Mobile. Okay.
Which you know how it is. Walk out.
Right.
Get in the back door.
Is the fam still in Mobile? Your family.
Yes.
Okay.
I have my brother and sisters. And some cousins.
Got you. Okay. There it is. Come on here. St. Margaret. That's it. The hotel,
That's
not the
St.
hotel,
Jude.
the hospital that they yep, and St. Jude. Yep. That's
it.
those the older saints. They were born over there. The younger folk in normally Jackson Hospital, around room number 106 to 111, something like that.
That's very specific.
Yeah, and so they're normally scared of bridges and stuff. I'm not sure. Even my wife, and she probably get me for calling out, but she's okay with bridges now. But like the one in Virginia when it goes real high, and
Yeah.
it comes she's scared.
Um,
Hasn't been on a cruise yet, and so I'm about to take her.
now cruises are fun.
I love them.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait till ours. We're
Where-
going a few weeks actually.
Where are you gonna go?
Bahamas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Bahamas. Normally go to the Bahamas. I've been to Cozumel a few times as well.
I want to go to Alaska. That's one of the cruises I
Oh,
want
you
to
talking
do.
7 days now?
Yeah, that's
Woo!
like, yeah.
Now, I can't give 7 days
No?
of my life away. I feel like I
Can't
missed
do-
a lot.
You can't do church from the cruise.
No, I can't do church from the cruise. It's gonna be very expensive, right?
Probably.
That'd be
No.
very interesting.
Huh?
That'd be very interesting.
Bro, you know I don't like missing a Sunday. I don't
No,
like missing
probably not.
Sundays. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Some of the misunderstanding of the community when it comes to providing service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, they can see you now, Mike. You might want to wave.
Howdy.
The one and only.
Misunderstandings like what though? Like,
So you're scared of Jackson Hospital? We're not even gonna talk about that since it's free. I understand. There's a few people I know that are scared of hospital. Professional Center was downtown.
oh, like the crisis center.
So
Yeah.
so tell me
Yeah.
tell me
Yeah.
And I want to open this up for Q&A as well. What questions do you all have about mental health? I think we have credentialed people who can answer those questions. What are some questions that you have concerning mental health and our community? Sister Donna is here, and I believe she has answers. Hey, how you doing, Sister Sandra Ware? I know y'all getting ready for the Christmas season, and one of the things that we know we've been talking about is holiday blues and things of that nature. Grief has really become one of the major subjects in our society now, and especially this post-pandemic era.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have lost a lot of people, and we're not able to give the celebration they might have wanted to give or have, or their transitioning didn't happen how they desired.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people were in the hospital and they couldn't see.
Able to see them.
You know, so there's a lot of people dealing with grief now.
Yeah.
And many people are really, and I don't know if there's a one-step, two-step method, right?
No.
But I think there's a lot of people who need assistance with even that, because it's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, it is.
And for many of them, they lost people back to back. It's kind of real disheartening. Definitely a heavy weight on their shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely want to talk about that as we come back. But I'm open to you all if there's some questions y'all might have for Miss Donna. I believe Sister Leslie will be able to give you some answers to whatever questions you might have. This is something we talk about a lot, but I do think because of that stigma we were talking about, a lot of people are slow to ask the questions that they really need to be, that they need to have answered. So I'm gonna wait on y'all. Y'all write as you need. We will also open up the call line for those of you who might have some questions. I'm sure there's some answers here for you. What is that? That ain't Mike.
No, we just played them earlier.
You did?
Yeah.
I missed it.
You did.
What were we doing?
You was talking about Jackson Hospital.
Bridges.
And bridges and people.
We gotta run that back. Matter of fact, New Home Male Chorus. We singing Alabama Boys next month.
Oh yeah.
We got to do In My Mind this month.
Y'all have anything?
Y'all were in love with yourself.
Woo! They cooking. They in the kitchen, Doc.
Yeah. You were distracted.
It wasn't loud enough. No, so I think we have, and y'all quiet in the chat. So I'm assuming y'all are at work. That's what I'm assuming.
They're working hard.
Y'all are still at work, and you're hiding your phone from your supervisor.
The supervisor probably has these questions too. Though, so.
Right. These questions that need to be asked will be answered, and I think it's going to be good for us and our community. Ultimately, that is a problem. It's a huge problem in our community with our culture and creative people. The misnomers and the miseducation is massive. It's massive. Oh man! Every time I see this wreath behind you, I'm reminded of the Christmas list.
It's only December 1st.
I know, right?
24 days.
Yeah. We got to get the Amazon going.
Oh, I'm so thankful for Amazon.
I like it. There's one question.
There we go.
So, Sister Spriggs, we're going to answer that as soon as we get online. We'll get back on live. How do you support friends or family that have obvious needs, but the stigma prevents them from seeking help? Yeah. It can be disheartening when you want for people and it seems like they don't want it for themselves.
Yeah.
So that's a good question.
Talk about that because that's always a big one. How to try to get help.
Mm-hmm. It's even interesting, and of course this is a gospel radio station, so I always think about how information is good for the church in general. It's interesting when we get in spaces where people are going through stuff, but you don't know how to, as she's talking about, sensitively nudge them close to where they need to be. Because denial it's a strong, it's a strong thing.
Sometimes they'll say they're fine, but they know in their head they're not. So even if you just, and we can talk about this, but even if you just say, "Hey, I'm here and I can,
Oh,
Here's how you can get help.
so we're talking about the ministry of presence, that I'm here.
Yep.
I like it. I like
and
it.
Here's how you can get help if you want it.
How do you talk to them? Religious people? Because sometimes
Ooh.
people, when they're so in religion,
The Lord.
they believe that the Lord
Right. Yeah.
will just take care of it when God has put things here on the earth and realm.
They grab by the head. You need
Yeah.
Don't do that.
You scared me, Doc. You scared me. I said, oh, I felt that in my shana now.
Nah, but go ahead. Go ahead. Don't do that. Do not do that.
But I've seen that. I've been in the emergency room doing evaluations. Somebody was like just completely psychotic, off their meds, like in restraints, and the family just was praying. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. This is your prayers are answered. Come get help. But yeah, that's a big one.
I love it. I always tell the church I believe in science and the Savior.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can work together.
Yeah.
What you got, bro?
So what?
Oh, I saw you do something with your hand.
No.
I thought it was a signal, man.
No.
I've been in the choir my whole life. You can't make gestures.
No.
I'm trying to read it. Nay, you said I've started by trying to be more open and transparent with my friends and family about my own issues.
Yeah.
To kind of make it normal and not stigmatized. I think that's a good practical tip.
Yep.
Yeah.
People don't mind saying I'm diabetic or I'm whatever your
High
medical,
cholesterol.
high cholesterol.
Right.
But you don't just say, oh, I have depression.
That's true.
You don't hear people say that.
And the family will hide it under the rug sometimes
Because they
too.
think it's something.
But to answer the question, I think a part of it is just bad theology.
Yeah.
That people have been taught not to
Come on, apologist.
speak or claim certain things. But there's a difference between claiming something and then acknowledging something. So some people won't say I'm depressed because they feel like if they're saying it, then they're claiming
Mental
depression.
illness is like the presence of the devil.
Yeah.
Or a sin, and it's not.
So I think a lot of it's just bad theology. We've been taught wrong for years.
Yeah. Oh, am I? Here I go.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're now 3 minutes past the 4 o'clock hour. It's 4:03 here in the capital city. Again, the temperature is set at about 73 degrees on this cloudy, and it's been raining, but it's still a splendiferous Friday afternoon. Again, you're locked in with yours truly, the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
And your boy, Lee B.
This is Straight Church.
No chaser. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm
Where
reading.
we keep things real, relevant,
Yeah.
and
Righteous.
once again, we have a very, very special guest in the studio with us, the one and the only. We call her Sister Donna.
Hello.
She in here.
And she is the executive director of Caristar Health.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
So that's awesome because we're dealing with a subject that can be kind of heavy, kind of contentious,
Sensitive.
very sensitive, but it's one that is needed and necessary for our community. So let's dive into it.
Right.
All right. So the question came. The question says, how do you support friends of family that have obvious needs, but the stigma prevents them from seeking help?
And that is probably one of the number one questions we get when I talk to people about mental health. They want to know, well, how do I help my loved one? And people don't want to admit that there's something going on. Because again, people will think they're weak or they've done something wrong. And so first of all, just saying, hey, are you okay? I'm here for you. Just telling people that you care and that you're there, and then just educating yourself, knowing what the resources are that are out there, because they may not want to talk about it in that moment. But if you just tell the person, look, I can, I feel like I can sense there's something going on with you, and I just want to let you know I'm here for you. And if you decide you do want to get help, these are your resources. And I mean, it is as simple as 988. That's the 3-digit number. It's your behavioral health crisis line. But you don't have to be at the point of crisis. You might just be having a really rough time. You might be dealing with grief, loss. You might be dealing with changes in your life. But people, they don't want to admit it. So just find out where are the resources and let them know you're there and offer to help and just listen.
Yeah.
I like it. I think what you're saying in so many words is the best way to help someone is when they're comfortable. And so it's our job to make them more comfortable. and just be there for them. I think that's relevant, and I really think even when you spoke earlier, you were talking about the signs. It's interesting. We often talk about signs, but we're not even being intentional about watching people's behavior, and like we came together for Thanksgiving, we'll come together again for Christmas, and we don't even really pay attention to what's going on because we're in a society now where gadgets and phones and everything has our attention. And so most of our conversation with people is while we're on the phone or while we're doing multitasking and doing various things. So I think it behooves us to be just a little more intentional about our loved ones and even those who are around us that exhibit those behaviors and make them comfortable enough, which means we can't be judgmental, which means we have to watch what we joke about,
Right.
because we never know what someone is dealing with and they're sensitive about. And that just, I think that really matters. I think it really matters. I think the other question that I heard come up, and I do see another question in our comments. Thank you so much, Sister Spriggs, for that question. Anyone else has a question, you can post it on Facebook, or if you would like to talk to Miss Leslie, I want to post our number. What is the number, Trey?
398-8791. 398-8791.
All right. It's on Facebook. You can call in at any moment if you have any additional questions. But I heard the question concerning those who might need help, but they are religious. And I heard Pastor Trey talk about they definitely have a bad or a poor theology when it comes to God's word and what it really means and or says to us.
And how you can really marry the two.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you do? How do you handle? What tips can you give us for our our friends, our family that are attempting to pray their way out of something that they might need help with?
I think we got to remember, when we're praying, what are we expecting to happen? When you're praying for, hey, I can't make my rent, or I need to get my family member to get well, I got a medical problem. You're not expecting that to just miraculously get better without something happening. So remember that sometimes people are put in your way, people are put in your place to help. And so prayer is powerful, but then be open to what the outcome of that prayer is. And it goes back historically, like they used to think that somebody who had a mental illness needed an exorcism, and this was, we're still kind of fighting that battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think if you can just keep in mind, this is something we see a lot of people don't get that help because they think, okay, we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to gather around and pray and take care of our own. But part of taking care of our own is sometimes getting help. I can't fix a heart defect. I need a cardiologist. So if I've got something wrong chemically in my brain where I need to take some medication for that, prayer might lead you to a doctor who can prescribe the medication that you need. Or to a nonprofit that can help you with the medications or with the therapy or those sorts of things. So.
And I want to go further and say prayer should lead you to a doctor. Because faith without works is dead, right? And so there's work that has to go in even after or sometimes prior to our prayer. And I think what you're doing is giving them a comfortable space to get the resources so that they can do the work. To get out of that space.
And mental health, it's not just about I wait until there's something wrong. Mental health is a daily practice. Like to be mentally healthy, I have to eat right. I have to sleep. I have to keep busy. If I just stay home all day and don't do anything, I'm going to get depressed.
Right.
I don't have a mental illness, but I can tell you if I'm doing nothing, I will get depressed. So, we have to understand how do we take care of ourselves that way. So,
that's being proactive. It's being real proactive. And that makes a lot of sense because when you think about just some of the things that we go through and deal with on a day-to-day basis, that if you're not being conscious or cognizant about your mental health, if you're not careful, you can really easily slip into a depression, especially when we consider this holiday season. And as we're talking about offline, so many people have lost loved ones this year and years past. And so when you go through a holiday season, I know for me and myself and my family, my sister passed last year. So every time we have a birthday, every time we have a holiday, every time we're reminded of something. And so I know some people even listen to us now, they're battling with it, but because it's still a taboo subject, mental health, and some people don't want to be viewed as crazy or viewed, those who are religious or those of us who are saved or Christians, whatever term you want to use, we don't want to be viewed as not having faith in God or weak in our faith or struggling in our faith. And I think because of Straight Church No Chaser, we are normalizing these type of conversations, because in order to address something, you have to first acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And I think the services that you all offer helps people to acknowledge that,
Yeah.
hey, something isn't right, but there is a fix for it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We get a lot of calls from family members, and sometimes it's they don't want to come to, we have this crisis center that we operate, and a lot of times they can't convince their family member to come to that center. So we'll send our team out just to talk to them, and a lot of times that helps, because then they can just say, oh, okay, this is what it's all about, and just kind of understanding and educating, because our center is for people who want that help, but you don't always know you want it. Now there are resources. If it gets to the point where the person's a danger to themselves, then you do. There's a whole another set of steps around that. We try to avoid that, but if someone's truly a safety, a danger to themselves, to somebody else, then that's where you get into the petition for a civil commitment. But we try to avoid that. We want to get them willing to have help, but it's all about taking that fear away from it, or that it's not about weakness at all.
Absolutely.
I mean, but even when you think about biblically, though, right? Christ could not help or heal people who didn't first acknowledge that they needed it.
They had to come to him.
Go to the pool. Look, even at the pool, he told that brother, I mean, do you want it or no? Like, do you want to be made whole?
Like, in the Bible says there are places Jesus went and he couldn't perform miracles, and it wasn't because he didn't have the power, it's because people didn't have the faith.
Yeah.
And they didn't put in the work to make that acknowledgement. Hey, I need your help. So we have to understand that God himself is not going to force anything on you. You have to come to the realization that you need his help and that you want his assistance.
Absolutely. We see you, Sister Sandra Ware. She said, tell the truth and shame the devil. Don't let the devil ride you, hinder you, or impede you. Impede the assistance you need in order to heal from past pain, stresses, illnesses, habits, or suicidal states of mind. Some of the healthiest looking people are truly sick to the core. And don't want to be judged by those close up, church, job, church, relationships, or even home, as being double-minded, mentally ill, or crazy. We got a call on the line?
We have a call on the line. Caller, you're on the line. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Reverend Brandon Boston.
All right, Doc, how are you?
Doing fine.
Good, go ahead.
We're calling into the show with Pastor Walker and Trey.
Okay, go
ahead. Hey, Doc, this is us right here.
Go ahead, man.
I had to make sure. I wanted to join in with the conversation. I wanted to also agree with, you have to be willing. In order to receive that help from God, in order to receive that deliverance, you have to be willing. Because we have to understand that the devil moves in pain. So if he sees that you have that pain there, he says, well, okay, this is how deep they are in this depression. Okay, so I know how far they can go. So if I can get my will to move through them in this state of mind, they'll never come out of it. If I will disarm them from their willingness to get saved or to get, help, then they'll never come out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does. And so, go ahead.
Well, you go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you, so what do you think the remedy is?
I really feel like, first off, as we already said, first off, we have to be willing. Once you are willing, you have to do a heart check. And what I mean by heart check is, they always say, check yourself out. So if you could find a way to ask God, show me what it is that is in me that could be hindering me from being helped by you. You get what I'm saying? As it says in Psalm 139, verse 5, if I can pull that up really quickly.
Go ahead, man. Go to the word.
Don't preach, Doc. Psalm 135. You said 134 or verse 5?
What? Psalm 139.
Okay. 39 verse 5. It says, you've gone into my future to prepare the way, and in kindness you follow behind me to spare me from the harm of my past. You have laid your hand on me.
That's the wrong scripture, but I know it's in 139. But I believe David was saying, I can't remember the exact verse, but I remember David was saying, Father, show me the wickedness that is within me. And once he shows you what it is that is within you, and Father, what do I need to do to get rid of it? And we have to also understand we can't do it on our own. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like it.
think
So
you're
you
referring to Psalm 139.
Verse?
I think it's verse 24. I think it's verse 24. And are you referring to the King James version or a different version?
Yeah, it's probably 23 and 24. Search me, oh God.
Okay.
No. I get your concept though. You're saying ultimately that some of us need to pray for God to show us what's impeding our progress to get the help we need. Is that right? Yeah. So that then we can be willing to go get the help. And I can concur with that in many different ways. I think there is a stronghold of sorts. There is the reality that the enemy in many ways does not desire for people to be whole or to have the access, or rather just go get the help that they need. So I can see where you are. I can see where you are, and we're definitely grateful for you calling in. Brother, what's your name again? Hey man, what's the best radio station in the land? Yes, sir. Thank you, my man. So we're grateful for you calling in. That's definitely a good statement. We do have another question. Ms. Leslie, Sister Leslie, I can't help it. The question was, and this is a very good question for parents. What age is good for children to engage with mental health professionals?
Oh, good question. Well, we'll see 5 and up.
5 and up.
We don't see, we tend to see more kids once they're starting to hit like puberty is when things start to get difficult.
Mhm.
We're in 6 school systems, so we'll actually go in. We're in Montgomery, Elmore, Lowndes, Watauga, Pike, and now Tallahassee.
Wow.
So we actually go to the elementary, middle school, and high schools, and we work with the guidance counselors, and we see the kids right there. And kids are going through it now.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, what you might not be able to disclose what the big issue is, or can you?
We see a lot of issues with bullying, anxiety, body image, social anxiety, a lot of anxiety, drugs, family issues.
So if you could give a tip to a parent who has a child who's about to go through puberty, my baby girl just turned 11, and is getting in those spaces, what tips would you give us?
You got to keep that line of communication open. You got to be able to talk to your child and not judge. That doesn't mean you don't hold them accountable, but you want to have a strong enough relationship where if they can tell you what's going on, just because they're a teenager doesn't mean they have to stay closeted away in their room and not talk to you. So say, look, I need to know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
And just be there for them.
Love it.
And understand it's not just, it's social media is 24/7. So
Yes.
kids now, I mean, if they're getting bullied in school, they're getting bullied at home, they're getting bullied, so really pay attention, listen to your kids too.
I love it. That matters. Xavier Bree said, "Hey family," and she said, "Miss Donna, you got a radio voice." Sign her up.
Weekly show.
Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, but definitely, I see you, Xavier. You said be there for them, and that is a huge one. I think our society is moving so fast nowadays, and I think that's why there is a greater awareness now of mental health. Because parents are moving so fast. This cycle of life, and get home, make food, do your homework, go to sleep. We start over the next day. I'm back at work.
The whole time.
Yeah. Yes. Children now, they want phones way earlier.
Yeah. My son has 2.
How old is he?
Wow.
He's 14.
See what I mean?
You got 2 phones.
I probably shouldn't have told you that.
And my kids are at Bear, and as soon as they got there, it was like, I want a phone. It's like, no. Like, I had to get a job before I got a phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? I legit was out the house by the time I connected to Facebook, because it was only college only at that time. So it was like, until A&M sent me my email address, I couldn't get on.
And what are you doing with that phone, though? So see, my son's doing coding and
Oh.
programming and stuff. I'm not worried about him.
Well, that's good.
You know,
That's
so-
good.
Oh wow,
Plus,
So
I
I-
use his phone.
I use apps.
that's good.
What is it?
That's good.
There was another app I used before, but now there's a system like Bark
I
where
don't
you
even know
can
what that
monitor.
is.
You can monitor what your children are doing.
Okay, yeah.
So you get alerts when they're in the wrong place, or you get alerts even for, and this is interesting, you get alerts for their text messages. It will literally skim through or filter through their text
Oh, wow.
messages and tell you if there's bullying, if there's cursing, if there's
It's
harassment.
a whole nother level than searching their room.
Yeah, yeah. So you get it all.
Yeah.
And now that opportunity for conversation,
That's
open
interesting.
dialogue,
Mhm,
it can be had then.
mhm.
And it's not even, these kids they're doing things that they don't even know what they're doing
Yes.
until it hurts their feelings.
Yes.
And then it's a big thing and a big deal. So now we had the opportunity to have those conversations.
Everything's so intense when you're that age.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Are you all doing anything or have thought about doing anything to partner with local churches and ministries to kind of foster a place or an environment where people in the congregation who may be experiencing mental health and probably want to go to their pastor,
Mhm.
but their pastor may not specialize as far as that? Is there a certain way that they can filter them or send them or direct them to you all? Is there some type of partnership working or?
Yeah, so a lot of what we do as community mental health, it's community because we're out there in the community. So
Okay.
so this guy behind me who's not talking, part of what he does is
And he will talk in
he
the
will,
next
he will.
segment.
But I'm just picking on it. But we almost every week we're out there doing events and speaking.
Okay.
So I know I've gone to churches. Actually, you talked about Loving Teddy Bear. I met her at one of the churches I spoke at.
That was my church.
Okay, really? Okay, all right.
That was last May.
Dang, small world.
Yeah,
Okay, So, but we just get there and we try to talk and educate and give the information. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, so it's best for us, from what I heard, it's best for us to just reach out
Call,
and
call us. With that crisis center, one thing I do want to point out is that is for people who want to go. We talked about being willing. It is a voluntary center. So a lot of times people will call us and say, "Come get my family. Come get them. They're not doing right." And it's not quite like that. We want to help them get open to it.
So as we come back in this last segment, we definitely want to continue our conversation. Maybe there's some more questions out there, but we definitely want to also get them the information one more time. And I'm gonna ask you for it off the air so we can post it on here because they need to screenshot it
Right.
so they can make sure they can get there.
Put it on their phone.
All right.
Listen, everybody, y'all keep it locked. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Show out radio. These. All right. So
having
you know
fun.
one of the best ways of doing it.
That's good.
You having fun? Do you have a business card on you? No. Yes. No. Maybe so.
I was running out of the office, so
You got one?
I'm looking at Michael because I always joke I forget.
Let me see. I might be able to find. Now, it's on Upper Wetumpka Road.
Yeah, we're right down the street.
So you're down the street from
Yeah.
us. So
Yeah.
when can we set up a tour?
Anytime. Now,
Anytime.
really, I'd rather you tour the crisis center.
Okay.
But
Where's the crisis
so
center?
that's on the Carmichael.
Carmichael Road.
5915. Yep. Our because we've got about a dozen different locations. Our main office is where outpatient in Montgomery is.
Mm-hmm.
But
The food outlet
Yeah.
in Millbrook appreciates their regular
yeah.
We can do lunch. And after you do the tour, maybe we can sit down and have a collaboration of how we can raise the C2 into the circle of community.
Gotcha.
The hardest thing that I've had to do is try to find one or two preachers who can put me in touch with everybody to try to form this kind of.
You got the right one.
And we've got a couple on our board: Pastor Austin, Ken Austin.
Ken Austin.
Oh, that's the homie.
Dale Braxton.
We're not trying to form a committee.
Exactly.
We just want to walk you through the facility, explain how it works, and then sit down and have a conversation and try to put something in place for whereas we can provide some paper, some cards or something, but just try to infiltrate that circle. Because church is 11 o'clock, well, nowadays, 9, 10, 11 o'clock on Sunday mornings is where you find most people sitting down at one time. So if there's some way even if it boils down to where Donna can come in, we go to churches on Sunday mornings sometime right between the Sunday school and the service, and we do a 15-20 minute presentation.
Gotcha.
And it's as simple as that. On Wednesday, night instead of having a Bible study. You know, maybe we sit down and we have a, you know, Donna does a presentation and we give room for a Q&R. And, you know,
that's good.
We're open to anything, but we need to get inside of that circle. So, you know, preachers love to eat.
That's the way to get them now.
And we won't do checkers.
That's it. Oh Lord.
We'll do something with some cheese.
He didn't say that.
That's it, now, man.
No. I'm with you.
That's it.
I'm with you. So we normally, and y'all have talk shows as well at Restoration.
Yeah.
But we normally have,
especially in the spring of the year, we normally do like our financial summit. We do a thing on insurance. And the piece that we wanted to add was something dealing with mental health. So I think that'd be a good segue. Cool. We normally do those things during the spring of the year.
Okay.
So we'll definitely be getting into that.
This topic is just like a hymn. Hymn fits anywhere.
Absolutely.
So this
oh
topic,
Lord. That old culture there.
this topic fits anywhere in whatever you're trying to do, because
absolutely
in our community, it's just not talked about.
It's not,
because we think it's weak.
I mean, is that changing though? Do you think?
Well,
slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But overall, it's not nothing we're doing. It's it's that generational curse.
Yep.
You
It's
know?
a trust issue too, I think.
But it's a curse. You know, back when I was growing up, they used to say grown men don't cry.
Yeah.
I didn't start hugging another man until I was a grown man, because I was told, men.
Love you, man.
Men don't explain that kind of
no affection, no feelings.
So it's just that curse that sometimes we have to work a little harder at breaking through.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just gave you all my voice, and that's it.
No. You still gonna get. You at least gotta say hi. You at least gotta say hi.
Now we
But if you all will help us do that, we'll set up a tour. We'll buy lunch, and we'll have Donna and some of our other managers come in. And we can just have a 20-minute open dialogue.
Now, that'd be good. And I think that's how you begin to eradicate and answer the question that you had earlier.
And only talking a lot, but especially young ministers, like young pastors, because them old cats are just them old cats. We have so many young pastors now that are leading the flock, and this is just a conversation. I think that we should.
I think the conversation is being had more now than it was prior to, but I think it's limited, right? So I know with like Trey with their talk show, we have one we call New Home Improvement, and we do it almost once every quarter at least, or at one point when I started in the pandemic, we did it every day. Not every day, excuse me, once a month. But I think the conversation is limited to May right now, because everyone's saying, "Oh, that's the mental health awareness month." So that's when everybody's talking about it, and then we shut up. We don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be the blessing of that round table coming together conversation.
That's a good idea, Michael.
Yeah, because we get quiet after that, and we get the.
We stop shouting shouts.
There you go.
But
There you go.
This is the time of year to.
I did it for the month. Now leave me alone.
We're good.
Yeah.
No
So and that's a real conversation.
Let's target the month of May, and I'll be in touch with you guys, and you guys get the number of people, and we'll take it from there. We'll set it up.
You want to wait till May?
Well,
What if we do it at the end of April?
whatever.
Yeah, because the top of May is National Prayer.
Okay.
And then by the time you get into May, it's pretty much over with, because everybody's doing graduation, they're doing all those things.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I'll probably do it in April,
Let's do it in
because you got Mother's Day. It's May is
Let's
packed.
do it in April. And this is just to be a way of us trying to help the pastors
Absolutely.
be able to see it, deal with it, and help come up with a way to, push the saints to utilize the resources.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Because in some cases, we're the hindrance. Yeah, oftentimes we're the hindrance.
He's been polite about it.
The first time.
I know.
Look, I'm,
Make myself at home the next time.
look,
You're already at home.
I
You're
don't-
already at home.
I don't even.
I want to say this. Thank y'all, man. Thank
Yes.
you so much for coming in. For us coming in and talk about this. Pastor Walker and I have been talking about this for a minute now, and I'm really glad that you all. And
Absolutely.
I'm hoping somewhere down the line we can find some financial resources to make this, to make this sort of a continuous kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the more people, it's one of those things, the more people talk about it, the more they feel comfortable talking about it, and the more interaction.
They hear other people talking about
Absolutely.
it.
Because
Yeah.
somewhere in there where it was getting good, and we started getting some interactions, we lost something. Because we stopped getting questions and the phone stopped. I don't know what we did, but it was like bass fishing. We let some line in the hook fell out. So I think the more I come up with scenarios.
No, that's
That was a
good.
good
No, that's
metaphor
good.
there, Michael.
That's
That
good.
was
He's a preacher in his
That's
other
good.
life.
That's good.
But hopefully we can find somebody in there to try to make this kind of
A regular thing.
with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to fluctuate, especially with the audience. Everybody's at work. So they have a moment, then they don't have a moment, then they have a moment, then they don't have a moment.
And then, of course, when we're on air, we have to play commercials.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no. But I'm
but
excited
that's
about the
good,
radio
though,
voice.
Because doing that is good.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the radio voice.
I'll bring back some info too.
Yeah.
So you can,
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Yeah, because I didn't think to grab any either.
That'd
But
be
yeah.
dope.
I sure appreciate y'all.
And if we need to do it like at a different time, I don't know. Do you do your show like outside of work?
We
hours?
have different days. We have different times. It all depends on, hey there. It all depends on when your availability
But I
is.
do think, too,
Shut up
though,
24/7.
what you're saying about the
Huh?
I'm 24/7.
You 24/7.
pastors and normalize the conversation.
So our show is on Fridays 3 to 5.
Okay.
Trey is here every day, 2 to 6.
Okay.
As the head,
And then we have Bishop Stewart here every day.
and that's what.
Maybe we could do like a 5
6
o'clock
in
or
the
something,
morning
like when
to
people are
10.
going home or. But yeah.
You probably catch that last hour.
Yeah.
You probably catch that last hour. Or if we have to, we can probably record.
I was gonna ask, do you ever record it or like?
Yeah, we probably now with our show we don't
Yeah.
because we're normally live.
Yeah.
But we could do that for a radio segment of sorts. Yeah. Parents and leaders, sacred second need to knock down every wall that binds or hinders the line of communication concerning the wholeness and spiritual well-being of others, especially the children, youth, and young adults. Nate says, I am diagnosed bipolar depressed.
Ooh.
And although I joke with my children about it often, I make sure I talk to them on a serious note
Yeah.
so they can recognize the signs of mental disturbances so that they feel comfortable coming to her when they're not feeling like themselves.
That's amazing because that's a biggie. Is people who are, we call them peers. We have peers who have mental illness who work with other people because that's something like they can understand in a way that nobody else can. So
I think it's
to be able to say this is what I'm dealing with, like that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't want to say that all the time.
Absolutely. And so Nay is, that's the if you remember when Love and Teddy Bear Foundation, when we did that, Nay was the daughter who did the spoken word.
Yeah.
And so she's a part of that. Yeah, she's a part of that. And so she's very bold about what she deals with and how she reacts and interacts with people. Nay is the person on Facebook. She's gonna tell everybody I love you in the morning. Like she's making sure that she just pours positivity into the atmosphere. And I think that's something that really matters. I remember, and I think mental health really got big. The first person I remember really saying a lot about it was Alicia Keys. She used to always talk about body shaming and things of that nature, and women or young girls and how they didn't know how to process life because their bodies were changing or they didn't look like what the world was saying it should look like. Yeah.
Yep. And that's the same with mental illness too. Like it's that image of I've got everything together. I'm strong, I'm tough. There's nothing wrong with me. So and Alicia Keys is the one who made it popular not wear makeup. We're not going to cover all this up.
Right.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. We have another question on here. No. Well, Nay had it. Nay said, I have a 7-year-old no limit soldier I'm raising. Does the crisis center take children? She may need to talk to someone.
We'll evaluate. So that's funny. We can't admit, but we will evaluate. So if it gets to that point,
just like God uses pastors.
I love it. Okay, Sister Sprees, we're gonna talk about that on the air again. I think we kind of addressed that, but we're gonna talk about it again because I think that's relevant information. She asked, what would a new patient experience after reaching out to your organization?
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure it's a task for you, your employees, to stay sensitive the entire time through.
They're dealing with there's just not enough of us.
Uh-huh.
We're staff of about 300, and we have 9,000 consumers who are open right now, and it's just the number of calls. We have more new people than we have current people. They're just coming in. So, but it's tough as a therapist. It's you take that day in and day out, and so, but you have to stay open and sensitive without completely burning out. That's a big thing.
So what are some of the reasons you think that staffing is probably limited?
Because we don't have enough funding. We need to, that's one of the things we're pushing in the next year's session is workforce funding. We are not a state agency. So we have to rely on the little bit of funding we do get from the state.
Mm-hmm.
We bill Medicaid, but most of the people we see don't have income. So it's really difficult to be competitive with your hospitals and your private agencies that can afford to pay a whole lot more. So that's the number one barrier is just, especially after COVID, finding people who want to work, finding people who, we're looking for in-home therapists who will go into the homes. People don't want to do that anymore. So, we have therapists with caseloads in the hundreds because we just don't have enough therapists. And the people who work with us are the people who are driven to do it. The people who want to make a whole ton of money, are going to go do something else.
Absolutely. So for the people who may be passionate in this area, what all do they need? Is there a program where they can get certificates, things of that nature, and at least help?
With all the different programs we have a lot of programs that are residential that you don't have to have you just have to have a high school degree. We look for at least some experience working in direct care. So that could be nursing home, but we hire people who don't have experience who just want to help people. We also hire peers, people who just have lived experience in recovery. So all the way up to doctors, so we have whether you got a high school, bachelor's, master's, license, we have something for everybody.
I like it.
We need nurses.
I like it. And so I did dial this up, and you can tell me if it's right.
Okay.
I got this information. I want to make sure I got it right. This is the Upper Wetumpka Road, 2140.
Yep.
334-279-7830.
Yep. That's our main number.
36107.
Yep.
And www.carestar.org.
Yep, that's our website.
Okay. So I'll paste that.
And then our crisis number is the 800-408.
And I apologize for not having that material.
You're fine. 800
408
48
4197.
41.
That's 4197. That's to the crisis center. Or they can just call 988. That's the easiest.
Yeah, that made life a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes straight to you all. And that's so interesting. I did not know that.
Yep. All of it. So 988, it's a nationwide number, and then the state adopted it last year. Okay. And so what the state's doing is tying them to all the different crisis centers. So we went live as a lifeline earlier in July.
I like it.
So yeah.
That's amazing. I'm sure people don't know that it's being, filtered through a local facility.
Right. Then we can say, okay, here's the resources.
Yeah, because when you hear national hotline, it's like, what big institution out in Arizona or something?
No, it's down the street.
Wow, that is amazing. So you actually have a shift that's...
We're 24/7. Yeah.
Wow.
We have
wow,
about a dozen programs that are 24/7. So yeah. How many what? About 300.
It's a real big
wow.
That's serious.
Yep.
Yeah, that's serious.
And this is something you really have to be passionate about too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's a good space to be in. I would even wonder what I know I attended a certificate program last year for substance abuse prevention.
Okay.
What kind of potential programs there are for pastors or even, lay people to get certified in to be more of an asset in that space?
Anybody can come and work in one of our residential programs if they want to do it, because we'll certify you to give out medications. We'll certify you in de-escalation. We do a class that trains people on how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We do substance abuse treatment too. That's real small, so I've only got a couple of staff doing that yet. But we have one of our crisis unit director is Pastor Jay Coleman, J.C. Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
He just came on board as our director of our crisis residential
I
facility.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Dr. J, yeah. He's good guy. So,
Omega Man.
That's good.
yeah, he knows everybody. So he runs the Infinite Horizons facility. That's what we call it.
Awesome.
So yeah.
No, I like that. I think there's so many more things we can do as pastors in the community.
Yep.
And
I
I think
even just said that we will do as time moves on.
we
The
will.
homeless thing, like we haven't even gotten into that, but all the work we do with the homeless population, that's what we talked about Pastor Ken and his Mercy House.
Mhm.
They're working, they just got that grant from the city to be the hub for homeless services. So we're partnering with him to do the mental health piece through that. Pastor Williams or Reverend Williams through
Richard Williams, Beacon
yeah,
Center.
Beacon. Yep. He's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's my boy. He's a character.
Yep. He was trying to get us in his center, and I just didn't have enough people.
Gotcha.
So but he's doing some pretty cool work. So.
He is. Saw him a little while ago. Eating at Davis. I got Kool-Aid and cake.
Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGUY. It's 441 here at the Capital City, standing with yours truly, the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
And your boy, Pastor Lee B.
This is Straight Church.
No cheese.
Where we keep things real, relevant,
Yeah.
and
Righteous.
once again, we have with us still in the studio our sister,
Our cousin. Our sister, our homegirl.
our auntie.
Auntie outside.
There you go.
We call her Mrs. Sister Donna.
Mrs. Sister.
That's a lot.
Love me. She's here with us on behalf of Caristar Health Services. Is it Health Services?
It's just Caristar Health.
Okay,
Caristar Health. She
No,
is the executive director.
They provide a wealth of services.
She the pastor.
I guess I'm just adding more to the name.
Yeah, you just.
You know, when you start doing more, they start adding stuff to you.
Yeah,
Addition.
you did say Mrs. Sister, so
Yeah, she all love it. So, somebody said she got a radio voice. We just want to know she got a whole husband out here in these streets. So,
you're so crazy.
Mrs. I want nobody to get the wrong impression.
Don't get it.
No,
don't
I'm
get it.
just
Stay with yet. Stay with yet.
Yeah.
Stay with yet.
yes.
All right, but we definitely want to give you the contact information. She shared something with me that many of us, I'm sure, because I didn't know. I know there's some more that did not know that the Crisis Center is the hub for the crisis hotline number. You can call 988.
Mhm.
I'm saying that correct,
You
right?
are saying
All right,
that.
you can call 988 if you have any issue or you're dealing with a mental health crisis. That is the crisis hotline. It runs locally through Caristar Health, which is amazing. But I also want to share this with you. I'm gonna put it on the screen. You can see it. This is their contact information. If I had the logo, I would have dropped it on there. But their address for the crisis center is 2140 Upper Wetumpka Road, Montgomery, Alabama. Area code 36107.
Now that's our main office.
That's the main
That's
office.
the main office.
Okay, the crisis center is on Carmichael
Yes,
Road.
sir.
I got it right this time. So this is the main office.
Mhm.
They can contact you here,
Mhm.
and you can go to the website.
Yeah.
And the website and this information that I'm giving you now will lead you, I'm sure,
Yes.
to the crisis center,
Yes.
which is on Carmichael Road.
All paths.
Do you have all paths lead to? I like it. Come on, you sounded Baptist now. We headed to the cross.
Uh-oh.
Nowhere else to go.
Uh-oh.
But so tell me, what is that? Speak that address for me concerning Carmichael. Do you have that?
Yes, 5915 Carmichael Road.
Now, if you could, there's maybe someone who's thinking in their head, Carmichael Road is one of those roads with
Yeah.
a lot of
It's
businesses.
the one if you're headed towards Shakespeare.
Okay.
It's on that side. So if I'm coming off a 85, I don't ask me to give directions.
So we're coming out the boulevard.
Hmm.
I see the Burger King on my left. I see the Carmichael.
Right.
No, I see the hotel. Keep driving
Keep
straight.
going. Keep going. Yeah.
Is it on the right or the left?
It's on the left.
It's on the left
Like
side.
if you're headed into Woodmere neighborhood, it's on the left. You'll see
Got you.
Caristar Crisis Center, real pretty sign.
Awesome. She said it's a beautiful sign
It
out
really
there.
is.
What color is the sign?
It's a spray of blue and green and
Ooh!
teal.
I'm a Sigma. I like blue.
We
Hallelujah.
call it Caristar Blue.
I like it. Look, so that's beautiful. She's given us all the information. She's given us the resources, and we definitely, it's 4:45. We know we don't have much time, but we definitely want to make sure that you're introduced to this man who's been doing all this speaking over here. I think it's a good time for you to just
She
come on,
didn't
creep
come
on
on.
over here. You done sung on every
Do I
mic. Now
gotta-
you can
we gotta
speak in
trade
this mic.
these, or how do we do
No,
this?
he don't even have to hear. He know how his
He doesn't
voice
even
sounds.
know. There we go.
Stop that. You too tall for the camera. Let them folks see you.
Let that kneel.
Tell them who you is.
Well, I'm Michael Everett, lead singer for the Alabama Boys, and I'm just glad to be here and share this opportunity with you guys. Thank you all for having us.
Family, he wears so many hats, it makes no sense. You hear me? But we're definitely glad and grateful for you,
Absolutely.
Brother Michael Everett, for making this introduction. And I believe the partnership will grow from here.
Yes, sir.
I think the sky's the limit, and we're excited about where this relationship goes. Is there anything you might want to add, just on behalf of this thought and this conversation we're having?
Well, just know that regardless of where you are and how you contemplated about getting help, it's never too late.
Yep.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. Donna and the team works hard to provide a good service, and I just think our community should know about us and take advantage of us.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of life to live, regardless of what you're dealing with. You still have life.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
That's
never
good.
too late to claim it.
That's good.
Yep.
I like
That's
it.
good.
Well, thank you, Doc. Well said, like a good deacon. And we thank God for your presence. Now, I'm
Can I
going to
take
let
up an offering from you guys?
you sure can.
We got that QR code, right?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like they told that man at the gate called Beautiful. Silver and gold have I not, but such as I have, my Lord, I give unto you.
Thank you guys again for having us.
No,
Man,
thank
thank
you all
you
for
so
coming.
much. Thank you so
you.
much. I see. Is that another question? No. Oh, they on here saying, "Hey, Mike, my guy,
That's a
ML."
good saying, though. There's still a lot of life to live.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
say life is so short, and it kind of make you depressed a little bit. People say that life is so short. Life is so short.
It's a pessimistic view.
But there's a lot of life to live.
It's life is right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
there's a lot of life to
I
live.
want to give you this moment, Sister Donna,
So live your life.
to speak on this. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, we
Rihanna.
go ahead.
This
Go ahead.
Rihanna, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ti,
Yep.
Rihanna and Ti. Yeah.
Talk about T.I.
I'm balanced.
T.I.
Yeah. So
Standing on business.
memories. so we have another question, and we kind of dealt with this, but I want you to address it again. What would a new patient experience look like after reaching out to your organization?
If you call us up, we're going to set you up with an intake.
Okay.
And we're going to start out with a master's level therapist who will talk with you. It'll be confidential.
Mhm.
So that means it's private. You will not have to come in and worry about, people knowing your business. We'll keep it as private as we need to. We're just going to do that about an hour and a half intake, find out what's going on. You tell us about your history with whatever's the issue. And then we'll set you up from there. We work on an individualized treatment plan. We're going to see what is it that you need for your own recovery journey. So for some people, that's then having an appointment with a doctor. Sometimes it's just therapy, case management, housing, employment. That intake is going to really be what's going on. What do you need?
I like it. I love the conversation of, I think you said an individualized, because no person is the same.
We're all different.
Yeah, and I think people need to know that what someone else's experience won't be yours.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to change. You might need something now, and then 6 months from now, you need something else. And sometimes it takes more than once to get that help. Sometimes, we talked a lot about how to help our loved ones. Sometimes you got to just plant that little seed. So I might not be ready for that right now, but something I said 6 months ago might get me ready now.
Well, that's the Bible there.
Yeah.
One man sower. Yeah. I think that's good. I want to give you one more spiel, right? We don't have much time, do we?
Nope, we got 10 minutes.
One more spiel. I want you to talk to someone who needs help right now, and they need to hear your comforting voice and the words that you can share. You got a radio voice.
That's what they say.
The words that you can share to bring them to the place of desiring to get the help.
I think it's important for people to know that there is hope. A lot of times when you're in that, it's really hard to see past it. And so I would want you to know that there is help out there, and that it does get better, and there is hope, and that there are people who love you. And you just have to reach out and be open to it. And you're not going to feel like this forever. And I think that's just important. And that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not imperfect. You're not weak. It's not something you chose. It's just what you're dealing with right now. and that there's ways past it. I think that's really important.
I love it. I love the sincerity.
That's
You
good.
made me. And if there's any issues that Pastor Walker finds himself in, I'm coming.
All right. We're here.
I truly believe in therapists. I truly believe in speaking to someone about what you're processing, because sometimes you get stuck in your head
Yes.
and you have more issues and you can't ever get beyond it.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you, what was it? Sister, what was it?
Sister Mrs.
Sister
Yeah.
Mrs.
Mrs. Sister.
Mrs. Sister.
Donna
Mrs.
Leslie,
That's it.
Sister Missionary.
Donna Christine Leslie.
That's
Christine,
it.
come
That's
on in
it.
the house.
That's it.
I like it.
Put some respect on her name.
Right. I just want you to know that you're no longer a guest.
All right.
Yes,
You're
you fam.
welcome. You're welcome to the refrigerator.
There you go.
You know where the restroom is. You can walk around in the room now. Okay.
Well, thank you. I am truly honored.
Yes, man. We're definitely grateful that you came today,
And big brother Michael.
Yes.
man.
Thank you, Michael.
You call him big bro. He got a whole bunch of uncle tendencies. He just sitting back there. Sitting back there
That's
with his-
it.
There it is.
She learned already. You just combine them, man. You just combine them.
Back there, back there
Just
with his
combine.
legs crossed.
Just chilling in the cut.
Bring me a water. He got
In a silver cup.
right.
That's it. That's it.
No,
That's it.
we're so
That's it.
grateful y'all came, and we're so grateful that y'all tuned in today. It's our prayer that you got some information that you can utilize, because I believe there's someone that you're connected to that needs to be connected to these resources. Maybe you can be that intercessor that not only prays for them, but also gives them some instructions as to how they can get better, how they can be well, how they can cope in a better or more positive way.
Yes.
And some of the things that we often choose to do. Pastor Trey,
Man, it's good. I have nothing to say.
nothing to say.
I'm good.
You're speechless?
No, I'm not speechless.
Look at
said
the Lord.
I've said everything. said all I needed to say.
Well, I didn't know. Did we play? I wanted to hear Mike. Did we play any more Mike after
we
that?
played one song. We'll definitely get another one.
Well, when I was in high
Yeah,
school, I met Mike, and he was like a superstar, man. And I sung with Mike and them. And I know y'all don't have Melodies of Hope in here, but there's this song that he sings that he begins to, climb up the stairway to heaven, and he's up there with Jesus, and he said, "All the way." I can't do it like he can do it. But do we have that one in there?
Definitely have
We
that one.
need to grab the doc when he
definitely
got the holler. I called him Jesus. I said, "Oh, Reverend." I said, "Doc, if I could only keep my range, I want to get up there," because I think he's high fiving Jesus while he sings that note. I mean, just Jesus, you got me. I love that one. And so we're gonna put that up. The Alabama boys are the legends. I'm talking living legends, and we're so grateful for the opportunity once again to interview you, Sister Mrs. Sister.
But whichever
Look,
one.
I just feel
Yeah,
backwards.
whichever one, yeah. Whichever
I feel
one.
backwards saying it either
Whichever
way.
one.
And Uncle Brother, right?
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah,
Brother.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
And so we're delighted, and I believe we can even. We're looking forward. I'm looking forward to what's going to come out of this. We do want to shout out before we get off of here.
And real quickly though.
Now you want to talk? Come on.
No. I just thought about something because she did state earlier that they do come out to churches and speak.
Mhm.
And so if you're a pastor or if you are laity and you would like to host something or have them to come out and share.
They call the main office.
Yeah. Who would they contact if a pastor is listening to somebody in church listening, want you to come and speak? Who would they contact?
They're going to call and ask for Michael Labrett.
Okay.
What number are they calling?
And they're going to call 334
334.
279 7830 and just ask for Michael Labrett.
Okay. Ask for Uncle Brother.
Uncle, well, if you do that, then they might get you to the crisis line.
Please do not say that when you call.
Which is fine. There's no stigma.
And that's about,
That's good.
I was listening to Straight Church No Chaser and they said to call and ask for Uncle Brother.
look.
They said that I was his uncle brother.
Straight Church No Chaser.
Oh Lord.
He said, we're gonna forward you.
Well, hold on. How
They'll
did
just
he?
get you to me.
So hold on.
Yeah.
How did he become Uncle Brother? Hold on. No. So we're excited.
But that's good because you all do go and share with churches
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we do a lot of that.
allow the question and answer set Q&A sessions and things of that nature. So
Mhm.
that's good.
Mhm.
Then you all bring resources as well.
Yeah, we bring a whole table of swag. We have,
Okay.
pamphlets and
Good.
and we work a lot with a lot of other agencies too. So
Got you.
if it's something that we don't offer, then we can kind of point you in that direction.
It's amazing.
That's a great connection to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great connection.
Power and partnership
Yep,
Absolutely.
very much.
for certain. We got to shout out our sponsors, and we got to get up off of here. Pastor Trey.
Hey man, Next time, just throw me a bat signal.
There you go.
Oh, the Wellness Coalition.
That's your bat signal.
There it is. That's all I got for you. Not up on wings like eagles.
No, but we do want to take this opportunity though to shout out the Wellness Coalition, working together to improve health and access for all. And also, we got to shout out our A1 since day one.
Yeah.
The Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, founded by our big sis Tara and Mama Sonia Mills McCall. The focus of the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation is mental health awareness with a concentration on suicide prevention. This foundation is a tribute to the life and memory of Brother Colin Connor. To learn more about his story and the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, head over to their website, which is lovingteddybear.com. Again, lovingteddybear.com. Listen, if you would like to make a donation to this awesome and amazing foundation, you may do so via their website or on Cash App. Their cash tag is $ Loving TB Foundation. That's $ Loving TB Foundation.
Hug yourself and love yourself.
Yeah.
Hug yourself. Show me what you're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't play my track though.
Oh, that's okay.
I ain't hear my
I
track.
got you. There it is.
Hug yourself and love yourself. Hug yourself and love yourself.
Yeah.
Hug yourself and love yourself.
Yeah.
Hug yourself.
Yeah.
Show me what you're working on. Nah, family, we got to get up out of here, Pastor Trey,
That's
and
it.
we leaving out with some Alabama boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Speaking of Alabama
boys.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, family. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. It's going to get good. It's going to get gooder.
Are you a football fan? I know you're from Michigan originally, right?
Uh-oh, it's getting,
Okay.
this is
That's a whole
sensitive.
other hour.
It's getting sensitive.
We'll leave that alone.
You got some choices to make. right here.
Yeah.
Red Sox.
Huh?
Reds.
All right. We're out of here. We're out.
Go Yankees.
Hold on. Well, we root for the biscuits right here. Hold on.
There we go. The
We
biscuits.
talking about major leagues.
Lansing Lugnuts.
All right.
That's actually the team.
All right.
That's why I left.
We're going now.
We'll hear y'all. Alabama boys.
See y'all next Friday.
Peace.
Don't forget, Sunday's coming. Make sure you get up, go to church. Let's start December off right. Go to church.
Go to church. Go to church. Go to church.
Make sure you go to church. That's it.
Alabama boys.
That's it.
Hey, family, we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got to go. You still saying War Eagle. Mother, it's okay. We're praying for you. But we definitely want y'all to enjoy the rest of your weekend. We pray that y'all got that information. And so we out of here now. Peace out. It's your boy, Pastor Lee B.
Pastor Trey.
Sister
Remember,
Donna,
faith
don't go
definitely works.
throw them pieces. Uh-oh, check this out. Oh, no. Which one is it? Which one? Man, how you
If you
do
over here throwing a gang sign, get us.
There it is.
That kind of show.
You see it?
I see it.
Oh, look at
No,
your-
that's not
look
it.
at
How
your
you do pieces?
sparkles. There you go.
It won't see. There it is. Peace. We'll see y'all.
That's cool.
Love y'all, fam. You brought me.